Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm looking at the Oculus Quest VR headset. This is a year on from when it was first launched. Is this still the VR headset to get? This is what this review is going to tell you. Before we get into that, don't forget to share, like and subscribe using the buttons down below. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. So I've had the Oculus Quest for about the last year. I've been using it quite extensively, so has my son as well. We have seen really good leaps and bounds in the software updates that have been out. There's been 18 software updates out for this, and with each of those, they've been making really good improvements in letting the software developers really get the most out of this mobile processor that's in here. So if you look at a game that came out on launch day last year, and you look at games that are out now, there is a significant difference and improvement in quality with those games. So if we look at some of the major changes that happened since launch day, one of these is hand tracking. So Oculus made it available to ditch the controllers essentially and use your hands as the controllers. So this has been in beta for quite a while, and it's actually maturing enough that it's out now that sort of general release, and improvements come out with every update. Another thing to come out from Oculus was the Oculus Link. Now, this was a USB cable that allowed you to tether your Oculus Quest headset to a PC and access all the VR games that were available on a PC, essentially acting like a view into like your Steam VR headset world. This essentially allowed you to have two headsets for the price of one. You could tether it to your PC and use the excessive power that your PC has to give a really detailed VR experience, the same as you or similar to what you'd see in like the Vive Cosmos and other VR headsets like that. But then you can unplug it and use it as an untethered headset and use it with that complete freedom that the Quest actually gives you. So yeah, it is essentially two headsets in one. Since that original release, Oculus have also extended it so that other third-party cables can start working with it as well, which now gives you far more options and cheaper options to actually use the benefits of plugging this into a PC. Let's look at the games over the last year and see the ones that I think are those must-haves if the Oculus Quest is your first VR headset. First one's got to be Vader Immortal. Who doesn't want to pick up a lightsaber, battle Darth Vader, and generally pretend you're a Jedi? It's a win-win. Some of the stories are quite short. There's 3 parts to it at the moment, but it gives you an idea of that immersive storyline that the Oculus Quest can really involve yourself in. Beat Saber has to be one of the best, or if not the best, rhythm game that's out there. Essentially, you've got 2 swords and you swing around and hit blocks to the rhythm of the beat, and it's the quintessential rhythm game. And so many copycats and wannabes have come off the back of that. It just really helps shore up Beat Saber as the pinnacle of what a rhythm game should look like. Pistol Whip. So it's a pistol game where it's also a rhythm game as well. So you're going down a corridor and you've got to shoot enemies to the tune of the beat. Basically makes you feel like John Wick, like indestructible, going down, shooting everything that you see. It's a really immersive, awesome game. They are constantly releasing new tunes and levels for it as well. So it's a really good game to buy. Echo VR is a game that my son's been playing quite a bit, which is essentially zero-G football, and you've got to go and score a ball in a net. It's really immersive. I've played it. I felt sick playing it. Like moving around in 3-dimensional space whilst you're standing still really does my head in. And some people it will affect more than others. My son doesn't feel sick at all, but I do. That is one caveat I would say to VR games is for some people that you can feel nauseous playing it. It can get better with time, and it is just something to be wary of. The one good thing I will say is actually Oculus in their store give every title a comfort rating. So whether it's comfortable or it's moderate, it will tell you what that game is, so that can help you decide whether you do or don't like a game. Even when you do buy one, if you do feel yourself feeling sick and you don't think it's a game that you actually want to persist with, Oculus has a refund policy if you've only owned it for a couple of days or only played it for a couple of hours. So it does give you a little bit of assurance that you're not sort of throwing money away if it's not quite for you. So it's really the games over the last month or two that have really engaged me again with the Oculus Quest, which was starting to sort of, games were getting a bit samey. There wasn't really anything coming out that was sort of sparking my interest. So Phantom Covert Ops is a special forces game where it's stealth, where you're in a kayak and you've got to try and go through this enemy fortress. Really engaging and immersive, and finding that really good. Onward is another game that I've really been waiting for. I've been waiting for like a Counter-Strike type game for the Oculus Quest for ages. I think this is where VR comes into its own. The idea that you can be in this like 101 or combat themed game, and you can duck behind cover and you can pee around corners and you can shoot people and stuff. I think that is kind of what this stuff was made for. So really excited to be trying that soon as well. So all these games are really starting to push what the Oculus Quest can give you, and it's only getting better with every release. So the last thing I really want to cover is comfort. So you're going to be wearing this on your face for maybe an extended period of time. It's worth pointing out that battery in this thing lasts a maximum of 3 hours. You can extend it with maybe an external battery pack, but 3 hours is the maximum it will do off the bat. I probably do about an hour or so, and that's kind of me done. Now, with this on your face, you cannot get away from the fact that the battery and the processor and everything else and the lenses is on the front of the headset. And with that on the front of your face, it does kind of weigh down a little bit. So the adjustable straps here are trying to sort of keep that off your face. It's okay. That's probably about as good as I can put it. I will say there are a number of aftermarket accessories where you can get padding for the back, you can change the front, you can change the strap itself. There's a lot of accessories around that space where people have been trying to release products that will actually make this a more comfortable product to wear. And I should have a review for one or two of those over the next week or so. So I wouldn't say it's uncomfortable. I'm just saying it could be more comfortable. This is a foam padding that's on the Oculus Quest. So what that means is they're trying to make it comfortable when it sits on your face. Now, if you play half the games that I played, like the rhythm games or the fitness games, where you're jumping around lots and getting hot and you're getting sweaty, then this foam just soaks up sweat, which is gross. So I got a silicone mask to go over the foam of the Oculus Quest, which has done an okay job. It doesn't fit particularly well around the foam, so it's okay. It's better than nothing. The third market replacement face covers should be a lot better than this. And as I said, I'll try and review those over the next week or two. So to summarize, if you want to dip your toes into the world of VR, you've got a really old VR headset like a Samsung Gear or an Oculus Go or something like that, you want to step it up or step into the world of VR, the Oculus Quest is a no-brainer. It's a year on from when it first launched, but honestly that doesn't matter. The software improvements that they've made over the last year, the number of games that have come out for over the last year, make this the go-to standalone headset in the world, full stop, go and buy one. And that's probably where your problem starts. Because you can't buy this. Because as soon as they come in stock, they sell out. And they come in stock and they sell out. So make sure you check Amazon, check the Oculus website, and as soon as they come into stock, just buy one. Okay everyone, I hope that was informative and I hope it helped you decide whether you're going to buy an Oculus Quest headset or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.